Love is Blind. What did you guys think about, first of all, the finale episode, the couples who said no, yes at the altar? Like, do you think everything worked out the way that it should? I have to tell you guys here, right now, I love Daniel and Taylor as a couple. I think they're so beautiful. And I'm really, really, really glad that they said yes. And I can see them definitely making it for the long haul. By the way, Virginia, at that reunion, the Barbie that you are, girl, the freaking Barbie that you are, you ate and left no damn crumbs. This is a PhD in beauty and brains. Holy cow. The way that Devin fumbled is insane. And I really want to talk about it with you. So one of Virginia's friends took to Instagram over the weekend to drag him up and down the digital streets, you guys. So there was a photo of her at the wedding, and she says in her actual caption for the photo that she had posted that she was crying because her friend almost married a Dusty. Quote, me ugly crying because I thought my girl was going to say yes to a dusty Trumper that had her pay for every single meal the entire time. Hashtag free G, a V. Hashtag justice for Virginia. Ooh, Lord. And she got spicy real quick as soon as that episode dropped. She said, I'm not, I'm not covering for Devin at all. And then she also posted a photo of Virginia from People magazine getting ready for the wedding. And this time she had a different message to share with her followers. She said, look at her, please be for real. The class, education, financial, and moral difference was truly insane. Hashtag free, hashtag free V, hashtag justice for Virginia. So I do have to ask you guys a question about this particular photo and comment, right? So she says that Virginia never should have settled for Devin just because they are in a different kind of class. Education is different as well, financial, all that stuff, and morally speaking. And so I want to know what y'all think about that. I thought she got really spicy. I think there's a lot of people, especially, over on Reddit, who've been really upset by that comment in particular. However, I do admit that I felt that there was a really, really big difference between the two of them. That kind of almost reminded me of like the disparity between Mark from season 1 and Jessica, right? Jessica, she was much older than Mark. I think she was like 10 years older than him or something like that. And so obviously, naturally, she was in a completely different place in her life. She had this big, beautiful home, very well, settled in her career, making a lot of money. And then when she went to Mark's house, he was living with roommates. He like had these kind of like raggedy bed sheets and these like, floppy little pillowcase. Like the whole thing just looked like a college, apartment that they all share. So a lot of people definitely did see and feel the difference between the two of them. And I thought that it was kind of similar when Virginia was talking about like how she's pretty much set right now. She's making a lot of money. And then Devin was talking about having all of this debt. So I personally do see what the friend was talking about. And then when it comes to political and moral differences as well, because spoiler alert, at the reunion, that is something that Virginia gets into. She says that, or she heavily alludes to the idea that Devin is anti-LGBT. Apparently, Devin is against a woman's right to choose. These are very, very, very big moral differences. So I definitely do see where her friend is coming from. So East Austin is asking what Virginia's job is. So Virginia has a PhD and she works in staffing in a hospital. And so, she's doing very well there. She loves her career. And Devin, he is coaching women's basketball, I believe at a high school level or something like that. So like, it's not like he's jobless or anything like that, but they are definitely in very, very different places, right? By the way, good morning to you too, Allie. Thanks for checking back. I saw you here for the usual time as well. And it was nice to see you over on Layla's channel. I saw a bunch of you. I saw Joy was there. I saw Houston Rose was there. I saw Theo was there, so many of you guys. So thank y'all so much for joining us over there, okay? And by the way, if you guys are enjoying this episode of The Morning Report, please don't hesitate to go ahead and give it a thumbs up so that YouTube knows that you enjoy my content. And I did just see someone saying that they're here for a first live. So whoop, whoop, shout out to you as well, Vivian. Nice to see you here. Lauren says that Devin is dusty. You know what? Here's my thing. I do agree, right? Especially because of his weird reaction to her wanting a prenup. I think it's crazy that you would want to marry a stranger and then be upset that that stranger who is making a lot more money than you and is in a career that is, projected to continue making a lot more money than you, would want to be smart about their finances and to get a prenup. And I always find it very troubling when people go, oh, well, why do you want a prenup if you're not planning on getting divorced? Listen, we get house insurance, we get car insurance, we get life insurance, health. We're not planning and hoping on getting into car wrecks. We're not planning on hoping on, our home, something happening to them, traveling. It's just insurance, right? And the way he looked at her when she presented that in the house and everything, the vibe was all the way off. And then his family asking about money as if this guy was a scrub too. Oh, what are you going to do if he loses his job? What about the family? Can you support? No, it is not her job to take care of all you guys. So I'm happy that she said no to that and walked away. Anyway, let's go back to more of the content that her friend was putting there on her Instagram page. Okay. And so in her next post, she accuses Devin of faking his crying. She says that the fake tears at the altar really pissed me off. I had to rewind 10 times and still didn't find a single drop. I will not be letting up for the next 3 to 5 business days. You tried the wrong one. And she full blown tagged Devin as well. She really, really, truly does think that this man is a fraud. Listen, she knows Virginia better than anyone. And she was there to actually witness this relationship in real time. So if that's the conclusion that she walked away with, then listen, I'm going to go ahead and believe her, right? She saw it unedited. So this is what she's referring to him at the altar. She's saying that he's pretending to cry, but that wasn't true at all. This is what you do when trying to act emotional, but you can't find tears. And she said she's been looking for that tear for the last 365 days. And a lot of people on Love is Blind have a reputation of this, which is manipulating the audience, trying to appear extremely sympathetical. And I think that this very well could be a case of that. And then one of the bombs that Virginia dropped, both in the finale episode of the show and at their reunion, was that Devin was giving a $1,000 check as a wedding gift, and he hid that from her. To this day, he has never told her that he received that money. How do you marry somebody when you know that they are hiding a large sum of money from you and that they're cagey about the idea of signing a prenup? And they're kind of showing signs that they want you to financially take care of them, especially when, as her friend is claiming, Devin apparently throughout this relationship had Virginia paying for all of the dates, right? I think it's crazy that he's got the political views that he does, right? And the social views that he does, which is that men are dominant, women are inferior, all sorts of things like that. But he doesn't take care of women, right? He's not on par with this woman. So I think it's crazy that being presented with a fiance who has challenged all of your sort of biased beliefs about manhood, womanhood, and stuff like that didn't cause for him to evolve at all. So I'm really, really happy that Virginia ultimately wound up walking away. And I'm glad that her friend spoke out on her behalf as well. That is a real friend. She's getting dragged, y'all, right? By his friends and just by people who support him online, which I understand, right? She did say some pretty harsh things. And so she did this. She put her neck on the line for her friends. So, that's something I definitely admire. East Awesome says, high school coach is not dusty, but Devin is giving me Trump voter vibes, right? That's the thing. His job is not what's dusty. It's his behavior. He didn't want to pay for dates for this girl. He got her a gift that had nothing to do with what she likes. He got her a damn basketball because he likes basketball. What did he say when he gave her the stupid ball? I love you like I love basketball, or I love you and I love basketball. I don't give a crap what you love. This is about me. What? So weird. It kind of reminds me of when Tyra Banks gave Miley Cyrus as a birthday gift a framed photo of Tyra Banks. It's giving narc. It's weird. Nada says, hi, everyone. Ramadan Mubarak for the sisters. Indeed. Yesterday I was actually at a dinner at my friend's house. He's Tunisian, and he made us, you know what, I'll go ahead, in honor of you, Nada, I'll go ahead and post that on my Instagram stories after this live. But he made us this couscous, a Tunisian couscous that was delicious. And it was so delicious. You're going to see. And then we got this wonderful dessert as well. So happy Ramadan Mubarak to all of you who are celebrating. Yeah, Jalisa, it was real and it was crazy. And hi, Nadia. Ramster says, guys who say they're superior always make me laugh at them, not with them. Exactly. Just stop it. Stop it. Devin, you're not doing okay. And here's the thing about Devin that also was cause for pause. He is several $1,000s in debt, yet he has a shoe collection worth several $1,000s. Make that make sense, right? Why would you marry someone who has proven to be financially irresponsible? He was talking about how he had a tattoo habit that was very expensive and that he buys himself shoes like every month or so. And these aren't little shoes from like, I don't know, the dollar store or anything like that. These are Jordans. These are Nikes. He's not fiscally responsible. So I think that Virginia was smart to walk away from that. Now, in the vein of Love is Blind, why don't we talk about AD? Do y'all remember her from her season of the show when she was engaged to Clay? Which, by the way, I'm shocked that their altar moment did not make it to the top 5. Can I ask y'all what y'all thought about the top 5 that they counted down to in the episode, the reunion episode? I thought it was like not good. Like the moments were not great. You know, I felt like the Diamond and Carlton, remember when he said that her wig was sliding and she said she was going to bounce to the next D? That should have been number 1. There was Jessica feeding the dog wine. That should have been number 1 or up there too. Like there were so many incredible, hilarious moments on the show that just never made it to that top 5. I'm like, really? Chelsea saying she looked like Megan Fox? That's top 5? Like, you know, leave her alone about that. She already was very heavily bullied over that, like when that season aired, and she talked about how that impacted her. And yet to bring it up and stuff, like it wasn't even, I'm sorry, it wasn't all that great, you know? And then the EpiPen thing, like, yeah, maybe put that in the top 10, but top 5, I don't know. Maybe you guys thought something else was good, but I don't know. I feel like there were so many moments that were a lot more iconic than those things, but I digress. Hi, Becky. Nice to see you, by the way. Delisa says, my boy name on my list right now is Devin, and I'm sad this Devin sucks. You know, it's so funny. I always feel like names that I love are carried by like terrible people. I used to love the name Nathan, and it was because I was a heavy Gossip Girl reader, and like there's Nathaniel, and I was like, oh, that is such a bougie name. I love the names. Nathan, I used to anyway, until Nathan Griffith. I love the name Blair as well, but Blair is okay still. Let's knock on wood anyway. But